Okay, so let's jump right in. What really makes an innovator tick? We're going to get a peek inside the mind of one, not through some stuffy biography, but through this really personal web of ideas, memories, and people that shaped a totally unique way of seeing the world.
So it all kicks off with this one really powerful idea. Innovation doesn't just happen in a vacuum, right? It's the result of a huge interconnected network. And that's the main thread we're going to be pulling on today. First up, let's break down what we even mean when we say the Web of Innovators.
And the key word here, you got to catch this, is try. The source really drives home that innovation isn't just about having cool ideas. It's about having the guts to actually act on them, even if you might fail. That courage is what turns a simple thought into something truly game-changing.
All right, to really get this mindset, we've got to go back, way back. The author's childhood, well, it wasn't exactly typical. He basically grew up in a living, breathing experiment, a literal house of the future. You see, for him, this kind of forward thinking wasn't weird. It was just normal. It was the air he breathed. He was raised in a world where you didn't just wait for the future. You went out and built it, right then and there. Let's see just how far ahead of its time this house really was. I mean, picture this. It's the early 1950s. Most people are just using regular light switches. In this house, a simple clap and the room lights up. That's smart home tech, like 70 years ahead of schedule. It's wild. And it didn't stop there. The house was so smart it could actually sense rain coming and close the windows all by itself. Just think about that for a second. The level of automation and just foresight that took back then is incredible. And get this is amazing. Decades before baby monitors were a thing, his mom could be in the kitchen cooking and watch the kids playing in the backyard on video cameras. Growing up like this, it just subconsciously hardwired him to see the technology of the future as a present-day reality. Okay, so you have this incredible foundation, right? Where do you go from there? Well, after being shaped by this futuristic external world, the innovator's journey turns inward. Because the web of innovation, it turns out, isn't just about gadgets and tech. It's also about exploring the massive potential of our own consciousness. At the Monroe Institute, a place focused on studying human consciousness, the whole approach was different. The experience was designed to break down the walls of our normal perception. So first thing, they take away your watch. Boom, your sense of time is gone. Then it's all about immersive experience, not boring lectures. The whole point was to unlock brand new ways of communicating, things that go way beyond words. And the result? Well, it was absolutely profound. This wasn't just some intellectual idea. This was a full-on emotional, spiritual breakthrough. He's describing a kind of communication that's just pure love, pure energy, and he believes it's a potential that all of us have inside. And this is where things get really interesting. This inner journey leads to this massive idea. What if ancient wisdom and modern science are just two different languages trying to describe the exact same thing? Just look at this. You see what's happening here? Is the kingdom of heaven just an ancient way of talking about what physicists now call the quantum field? Is a mystical experience actually an exploration of consciousness itself? It's all about connecting the dots, suggesting that all this knowledge, whether it's ancient or modern, comes from the same source. And it's not just ancient history. There are people right now actively building this bridge. The source points to Dr. Joe Dispenza, a researcher who is using the hard tools of neuroscience to actually measure and validate these kinds of transformative experiences, instead of just dismissing them. Yeah, and this is where the rubber meets the road. It's not just a bunch of cool ideas. Dispenza's work is building this massive database that shows how people can literally tap into their body's own power to heal. They're doing things like photographing people's energy fields before and after meditation and documenting real, measurable changes. They're providing scientific proof for things that used to be considered purely mystical. Okay, so we've got the crazy future tech, we've got the deep inner journey. How do you actually use all of this? How do you turn it into real-world performance? Well, it comes down to a really simple but powerful idea about getting out of your own way. This formula from Tim Galloway's book, The Inner Game, is so simple but so brilliant. Your true potential? It's always there. But your actual performance is what's left after you subtract all the interference. You know, the self-doubt, the fear, that negative voice in your head. The key to being great isn't always about adding more skill. It's about removing those inner roadblocks. And believe me, this isn't just some self-help theory. This stuff has shaped the modern world. Bill Gates himself said this book was crucial to his leadership style at Microsoft. And here's the perfect example. His team made a massive, costly software bug. Instead of yelling and pointing fingers, he just applied the inner game philosophy. He acknowledged the mistake without adding all that destructive drama and just focused them on tomorrow. Try to do better. Now that is next-level leadership.
So at the end of the day, what this all shows us is that innovation, it's not a solo act. It's a collective journey. It's a web that's woven from our family, from science, from philosophy, from our own inner world. So the question I want to leave you with is this. Who are the innovators in your web? What are the ideas and experiences that are shaping you?